In today's In Godfrey We Trust stream, Godfrey, Dante Nero, and their guests talked about the backlash Pastor Jamal Bryant and his wife received after attending a UNCF gala. And right away, the tone was clear. They thought the outrage was ridiculous. The whole thing started because a photo of Bryant's wife went viral. She was wearing a flesh-colored dress, and some people online, mostly from church spaces, jumped straight to calling it not godly, and even claimed it was see-through. According to Godfrey and the panel, that part just wasn't true.
Yeah. They were at the United Negro College Fund. I didn't even know it was still around.
Oh, she looks beautiful.
United Negro, so they got mad. He's a pastor, that's his wife, and they were at a gala.
That's a
a flesh-tone dress. It's not a see-through.
Oh.
And so they got mad.
Oh, it's not even see-through.
That dress ain't godly like.
So they were everyone's going in, but he went on and, he went on snapped. He went and shut all that shit down. What did he say? He said, that is my wife. That is for me. I'm married to her. She has every. Oh, he went the fuck off.
And she looks great.
But I was like, it's at a gala. What the fuck is the problem?
So it's not naked, though. It's not see-through.
No. It's flesh tone. And it's not see-through, but these church people, half these church people were wearing tight-ass shit on Sunday.
Hello.
Nigga, they be dressing down, and because they come into the club smelling like booty and Hennessy.
You gotta have
go right in the
call for it.
They also backed up Jamal Bryant's response, where he called out the critics for being insecure and small-minded, and for using clothing as some fake measurement of holiness.
Yeah, I thought she looked great. I think that was some bullshit.
Motherfuckers used to go right from the club to church.
How about this?
Hold on.
He's the pastor.
He's the pastor of the church.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Oh, let's hear him what he says. I love it.
Head on.
He's the pastor of the church.
Yeah.
Because the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. Now, you got to help some people because some people have embraced the full knowledge of ignorance without any assistance for understanding.
Praise him.
The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and
You tell him.
Now, dig
Dude,
deep
his
down in your pocket.
church be rocking.
I need a new wing on my
Look,
car.
I needed to set the record straight.
When you got a bunch of dumb
Y'all don't
motherfuckers
like
that
this.
believe this shit,
I need to set the
show up
record
at the
straight.
church,
I want
hateful
the
ass fucking cool.
Here we go.
Fuck out of here. What you expect?
Hold on.
And I like it.
I like it.
I don't care
cooling
whether
niggas
you
here. They
like
don't
it
do
or
shit.
not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. Needed to deal with it.
Dude, I love
Jesus ain't have a problem with it. Why you got a problem with it?
I ain't gonna lie though. Because you remember they had all those old sellout ass Trumps. Remember they were all at the White House.
Yeah.
We in the White House. And he goes, I don't know if you saw all those coons up in that little White House, like little slaves. He tore and because they had his picture on these little sticks.
Yeah.
Jamal Bryant, and so Jamal just laid them the fuck out.
To Godfrey, this whole moment just fits the pattern. Bryant doesn't back down, especially when he thinks people are focusing on the wrong thing. Now compare that to how the same situation was talked about on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, and it's like two completely different planets. On 5150, the conversation didn't center on hypocrisy in church culture or the money raised for schools. Instead, it went straight to dragging the wife's appearance, questioning her past, and turning the whole thing into a debate about sexual reputation.
So the other preacher who normally takes up for preachers said old boy Bryant wife was dressed like a $2.
Wow.
After the nigga said he bought her the dress. He made so many excuses for his wife being that. Did you see the fake doctor, what she wore?
No, what she to the
what she had on the see-through?
Yeah.
There are women who like to do that in society.
Right.
It's just we haven't made a name for them besides. What do you call an exhibitionist in the black community? Now, an exhibitionist, that's somebody who likes to bust down.
Right.
We need a name for female exhibitionists in the black community. Can we get this from the chat room? The chat room gonna come up with some good ones. A woman who likes to be naked in front of the people. Because that's what Mr. Bryant has. He has an exhibitionist. That's why she got a BBL.
Instead of talking about the event, the charity, or even Bryant's response, the focus became whether a pastor should be married to a woman people think has a certain type of image. They also started mocking Bryant for marrying someone they claim has shared sexual history with other men, bringing up stories about friends sleeping with the same woman, jealousy, betrayal, and even people getting burned with eyes. At that point, the original topic almost didn't matter anymore. It became more about street logic, status, and who's allowed to be wifed.
And you could try to take up for her and say you bought the dress. Shit, you was in there shopping for Cam. Cake ass nigga. You know I know you, homie. Like, it ain't gotta be said. You know I know the history of the bust down you wifed. You know I know that, right? So, everybody come with a history from the past, right?
Wow.
Look at all that makeup. God damn. Your history from the past, Craig, Darlene, I don't hold it against you as much as I hold against your history for right now. What are you doing now? While you can still walk around.
Right.
This is an act of desperation. For you to wear that anywhere near someone who's, a group of people who's praising God. And I want to say to the followers of the church, I get it. Y'all want to feel like you right too, but it ain't right.
And that's where the contrast between the two shows really shows itself. On Godfrey's podcast, the question was, why are people obsessed with judging clothes when something positive actually happened? Why do church folks act stricter online than they do in real life? And why does moral outrage always show up louder than praise for good work? On 5150, the question wasn't really about morality at all. It was about respect, reputation, and whether a man should accept certain things about his partner based on how other people view her. It was less, are we judging too much, and more, maybe the judging makes sense. What makes this interesting is that both shows are talking about the same public moment, but they're reacting from totally different value systems. Godfrey is looking at the bigger picture: money raised, hypocrisy, public shaming culture. Corey's crew is looking at social codes, image, and what they think a pastor's household is supposed to look like. And that says a lot about where comedy is right now. Some comedians are still trying to poke holes in moral outrage and internet dogpiling, while others are comfortable leaning into old school, harsh judgment humor that doesn't really care about context or consequences. Neither side is pretending to be politically correct, but they're aiming their jokes and criticism in very different directions.